Hello and welcome to the Holdcroft Nissan YouTube channel and today's Bitesize review on the Nissan Leaf N-Tech 62 kilowatt. So you may remember the old Leaf was quite a bulbous exterior, and there's a very good reason that Nissan did that, and that was so that it looked like an electric car, something a bit different. So when people saw it on the roads they'd go, oh, what's that? And it was an electric car. Whereas the new Leaf has been designed to look just more like a normal hatchback. And to be fair, we can see that Nissan have kept all the original styling of their current range with the V-Motion grille. But the real magic with this car is underneath. It's a 62 kilowatt battery. So way back then we started off with a 24 kilowatt, then went on to a 30, then a 40, and now we're on to the 62, which is going to give us an NEDC range of around 226 miles to a full charge. And that full charge from 0 up to 80, we're looking on a rapid shadow mode charger at about 50 minutes, which, considering, is absolutely brilliant. There's not really an easy way to tell by looks what's a 62 kilowatt, but the two giveaways is this one here, the front splitter, which is blue, and also under the charge port, your shadow mode charger on the left hand side says E+. Now on the N-Tech, you get the standard alloys that come through the Techno range, which gives you plenty of rubber on the outside, so it keeps you nice and comfortable. But one of the things that people don't realise about the Leaf is it had to be built very robust compared to a normal car, because there is no engine noise to hide any of those rattles. So what we're going to do now is just go through some of the features that the car has, and then we're going to take a look inside and we'll see what we think. But so on this model, as long as you've got the key within you, it has got keyless entry, so it only has to be within a metre of the door that you're trying to get into. So keys there, push this button and in we get. Well, so now we're in. I just want to point through some of the different things that this car's got. Now, like the Techno, this car comes with your heated seats and your half leather. It's got the electronic handbrake and your Pro Pilot there. It doesn't have Pro Pilot Park, hence why this is an eco button. But as we're in the showroom and it's electric, we can fire this up, which is nice. So we can get the aircon on as well. So we're going to look working from bottom to top. Now the screen has been put in here and it's really quite big. I had one of the old Leafs as a demonstrator, and when I changed to this screen I realised just how small that old one was, and because this has got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well, I get some great options when I do want to plug in my phone, so I can go through my music, use my Google Maps instead of the Nissan Maps if I want to, and all that kind of stuff. But some of the cool features that it's got in a Leaf that not many people know about, and they always ask us the question, how do I know where the charge points are? So first thing I can do, I can click on destination and click on charging stations, and just down here it lists all the charging stations that are available. Obviously we've got the ones just outside, and we've got the Polar Network chargers which are just over the road, so, and we can navigate to just by clicking on one of those and pressing go. And moving on to the steering wheel and the lights, so we've got automatic lights and automatic wipers, which to be fair for a high-end car we would expect. And onto the steering wheel we've got the controls here, and we've also got Pro Pilot. Now if you've never used Pro Pilot, it's really worth watching, because what it basically does is we can press this button and we can press set. Now this will follow the car in front and keep us in the lane, which takes a while to get used to, but once you've got used to it, it's absolutely fantastic. So first impressions of the cabin, it is absolutely lovely. I don't have Bose sound system, which is what I get in the Techno, but that's why this car is a little bit cheaper. Now because this car is a little bit cheaper than the Techno, it doesn't matter what colour I choose, I don't go over the £40,000 bracket, which means I'm not ever going to pay road tax. In terms of comfort and driving position, I love the windscreen because it's actually really wide, and these little holes here mean that I've got no blind spot. So funnily enough, I use them when going around roundabouts, which sounds a bit strange, but when you've driven one you'll understand what I mean, because you can just see through there and see where the curve is. But overall impressions through what I get, so I just want to run through a couple of those features. I've got a heated steering wheel, we've got the driving assist, which I've already mentioned. It's got Nissan Intelligent Mobility built in, which all the range now has, so I do have blind spot monitoring. which is really, really useful on the motorway, especially if, say for example, I don't want to turn around because I've got a bad neck. That's going to alert me if somebody's there. But the main thing that you always notice when you get in one of these cars is actually there's no noise. So the engine's running, well, battery should I say, and it's absolutely silent. The only thing I can hear is the aircon. So the only thing that some people may find strange with the Leaf is actually you have to press the heat button to get the heat work, but once you get used to it, you'll never look back. The gear stick's nice and easy. It's just same as normal automatic. It's not a spaceship, which a lot of people seem to think. But I do get all-round cameras, if you've just seen there, and I also get parking sensors, and we also get what's called rear cross traffic alert as well as for pedestrians. So if I go in reverse and a pedestrian walks from over this side, my blind spot monitoring tells me that there's a pedestrian coming, and I get an alert on this little screen here as well, which is really useful. So the only last thing I really want to talk about from the inside is this battery. So at the moment, because this is a new car, it doesn't come fully charged from the factory, we've got 13% battery. Now that is giving me 31 miles worth of range, and I've got the aircon on. I am an eco. If I take eco off, it goes down to 29. Now for somebody who normally drives a 40 kilowatt, seeing that at 13% is a lot more reassuring than when you see 10 miles on my 40 kilowatt. But to be fair, if you look at the YouTube video of when we went to Sunderland, you soon get rid of that range anxiety once you've driven the car for a couple of weeks. But overall impressions, it's really, really nice. Plenty of space for myself, plenty of space for the family. It is now more of a family hatchback than it ever has been because of the space. So the impression that I get from this car is that it's fantastic, and to be honest, I don't see why anybody would be put off. So that is a very short bite-sized review of the Nissan Leaf 62 kilowatt Enter. If you do want to see the car driving, you're going to have to look at our 62 kilowatt Techno review, as I can't take a showroom car out on the road for a spin. However, if you do want to follow us for more videos, hit the subscribe button and like our page for more. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.